I think this conversation is so multifaceted, so multi-layered. There's no right or wrong. I see it from both angles. I think Ashley Graham turns up in her career and her life and doesn't want to be seen as activism. You know, she is comfortable in her body, same as I am. Like when I show up to work, when I show up in my life, I'm not like, oh, I'm being body positive. No, I'm just living in my body. I'm being body neutral. But I think, you know, and I believe that's what Ashley is saying as well, like, why are we having this separation? But I also see the other side of it in terms of like technical. So plus size garments are different to straight size garments. Therefore, you have plus size models and you have straight size models, as you have petite models as well. So I'm deemed a plus size model because I wear plus size garments, and, you know, a straight size, which would be like a skinny size model, would wear straight size garments. So I get it from that point of view.
What's the other category? Plus size, straight size?
So plus, well, there's multiple, but yeah, plus, straight and petite.
Petite, but the petite one is, in a way, you know, Angela and I are parents of teenage girls, but the petite thing is...
Same ones.
No, not the same one. Well, but the petite categorisation is probably the more problematic for us, do you think?
Well, I think because we've always had the aspiration, maybe Imogen would concur with this, that, you know, Kate Moss famously said nothing tastes as good as thin feels, and at one time there was the whole idea that slim was the image to go for. But I don't personally find plus size offensive in terms of a pure description, because what it's saying is it's larger than standard size, and we have standard sizes in so many different things. And what it's saying is, like, you have wide-fitting shoes. This is a standard size shoe. This one is a wider shoe. The problem is that because the debate about issues of weight have become so politicised and so inflammatory, and we have to be sensitive, obviously, we can't now take refuge in just a simple description.
Since I started this show, the clip that has been seen the most, and you know what I'm going to say, Anne, was Anne on this show, the first time you appeared, and we talked about this, and you said, I think you put it really simply, I'm fat because I like cake.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I know, and it was so honest, and it's been seen by 2 to 3 million people there. I mean, there we are. Thank you for that, belatedly. What do you think about this, Anne?
I don't tend to use the term plus size about myself. I think fat sums it up pretty well.
I see empowerment in the words, like reclaiming the words plus, fat and curve, you know, because it's fat is not a bad word. The negative connotation society has put on it has made it a negative sense. The word fat is a describing word. Bullies in schools have made it, a harmful thing. So I understand if some plus-size people, larger bodies, don't want to say fat because maybe it has brought back some trauma to them. But if you actually look at the facts, fat is not a bad word. Curve is not a bad word. Plus is a bad word.
Well, curve is not a bad word, but hang on. Fat is a bad word because of the associations
people have put on it.
And part of that is medical, right?
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, in fairness, Imogen, I agree with you that people can latch onto it and use it as a term for bullying with. But let's look at the facts. In Britain, we have a spiralling obesity issue. There are people who have heart disease who are at greater risk of all sorts of metabolic illnesses because they are overweight. You know, we've had sugar tax to try and combat it, childhood obesity. We can't say, because we want to tiptoe around it, that fat is a good thing, because people put their health at risk.
At the same time, I noticed that all the people I know who've had COVID really badly, or over and over again, or are very, very frightened of getting it, are all the really thin ones.
The thin ones?
Thin ones, yes. The ones with the narrow chests who get every respiratory disease going. I'm kind of insulated against respiratory disease.
Right, OK, because I don't know whether the stats bear that out, because I think obesity might be a bit of a risk for COVID. But anyway.
You're kind of skinny, and you had it badly recently.
No, I didn't have it badly. I mean, badly is when you go to hospital. We've completely lost our bearings on what badly means.
You were showing off about how dreadfully ill you were.
I was unwell for three days. That's not badly.
True.
Badly is hospital. Sorry.
But the fat phobia is so ripe in the medical industry, full stop anyway. So people say, like, yes, you know, obesity will cause these more illnesses, but, like, where are the actual facts? There aren't none.
Oh, there's lots of stats. With respect, there are a lot of stats to support the fact that there are greater incidences of cardiovascular illness and stuff with people that are overweight. The cardiovascular risk assessment that you do takes into account your body mass index and how much you weigh.
But the point is, like, anyone can be unhealthy. It doesn't matter what size you are. You should not be judging point blank anyone's health on
They're
their
not
size.
mutually exclusive, I agree with
Yeah.
you. But we have to be very, very careful. Whilst taking Jeremy's point about, not making size an issue, especially to teenage girls, we have to, if we sort of sugarcoat it, no pun intended, then people will think they have license to eat and eat and eat, and there are consequences. Consequences for the NHS. We've talked about the beleaguered NHS. A lot of people are suffering because of that.
Just a couple of comments coming in. Liz has tweeted, Ashley Graham is the epitome of an everyday woman. The fashion industry needs to realise we are all different in shapes and sizes. We need to embrace and celebrate it. And then this has come in from Julie. Again on Twitter, I'm a size 20. I consider myself a plus size. I look for the plus size brand in shops to find the ones that do my size. I'm not bothered about being classed as plus size. It's what I am. This is Sue. The definition of plus may not be necessary, but it is useful to know where you can buy larger sizes. How about that?
I find relief when I'm like, oh, there's going to be a plus size range. I'm like, brilliant, cool, I'm sorted. But also, brands aren't even hitting that mark. They say it's inclusive. They say there's plus size ranges. Honey, if you're not making it up to size 32, you're not inclusive. And brands aren't doing that in store. They're doing it online, they're not doing it on store.
Angela.
Can I ask you a very delicate question, which you really don't have to answer, but I've always been perplexed me about the plus size models. Because you are in a particular category, I don't wish to sound like I'm commoditising you. No, because it's horrible to talk about that.
No, it's empowering.
Do you feel I would never have a diet because I have created a role for myself, and therefore actually I deliberately eat a bit more or whatever it is because I want to stay within this size? Because most women, or a lot of women, about 2 out of 4 women are on diets, are always thinking about that piece of cake. You'll say, no, this is what identifies me. I'm going to eat more.
This is my natural body size, so I don't believe in diets. I think they work. I think restricting your food full stop is a negative thing. So no, I eat whatever I want. This is my natural body size, as is Ashley Graham's size 16, and she's deemed plus size. That is her argument. She is the everyday woman. I am the everyday woman. Average size in the UK is size 16. So why are we deeming it plus size? That is the argument. I'm size 18. So no, this is my natural human size. This is, your natural size. This is probably your natural size.
But you would never think, but what I'm saying is because you have, obviously, you're very beautiful and you've made a successful career out of this, would you think dieting is clearly not for me because I am embracing being the plus size?
I left dieting and the whole toxic body diet culture long ago when I unlearnt it all.
Yes.
When I started understanding feminism and unlearning fat phobia, unlearning internalized fat phobia that we all have. And embracing it.
You read Susie Orbach, Fat as a Feminist Issue?
Oh, I think it's just an everyday issue, yeah. But I feel like feminists have done a great work.
I hate to say it, I was at one point 15 stone, and I hated being 15 stone.
No way.
I was exploding out of my shirts. I hated it. But that must be my problem.